Hello guys, welcome to Explore, and this is Visalakshi. In this video, we are going to talk about tenses. I'm going to explain about tenses in this video. This is because the concept of English verb tenses is very important in establishing effective communication. And if you want to maintain a good communication in speaking and writing, then learning tenses is your first duty because tenses are very important in English grammar. So I am making this video. Effective communication skills of English language are necessary for the people of all professions. So everyone who want to learn English should know about these tenses. And hope this video is helpful to all who are watching this video. Learning tenses is must for the students because all the grammatical part is interrelated with all these tenses. And especially for 10th class, if you learn these tenses perfectly, you can gain full marks in your errors part and your grammatical section. So please watch this video till the end. What is the tense? The tense is the form of verb that shows the time of action, a state of being or possession. There are three main tenses: past tense, present tense, and future tense. What is present tense? It shows the action done at present time, and past tense shows the action which was done in the past, and future tense which shows that an action will be done in the future. So in this video I am going to totally discuss about present tense because each tense has four forms: simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. So now let's discuss all these four forms of present tense. Let's go. Simple present tense. What is simple present tense? We use this simple present tense when the action is happening right now or when it happens regularly. He takes coffee in the morning, which happens regularly. He takes coffee every day. So this sentence is simple present tense because it's happening regularly. The sentence in the simple present tense will be in this form: subject plus verb plus object. Okay, now let's take an example. I listen to the radio. Here I is the subject and verb is listen, and to the radio is the object. See, the sentence is in the form of subject plus verb plus object. And before writing the sentences in simple present tense, you should know about this table. So for first person I, we should use the verb listen, and for the second person you, we should use the verb listen, and for third person he, she, it, we should use listens, because for singular subjects we should add s to the verb, whereas for the plural subjects we should write the verb in its usual form. Okay, so now let's take an example. We took a plural subject here, children. So children is a plural, so we used only listen. But when it comes to child, it's a singular subject. So a child listens to the radio. That means we should add s to the verb if we use a singular subject. We should leave the verb in its usual form if we use plural subject. I think you have got an idea about simple present tense. But this is not enough to gain mastery in tenses. So, let's go for further details about simple present tense. Let us see some situations in which simple present tense is used. The simple present tense is used to show a habitual action. As I said, he goes for shopping daily, speaks truth always. These are the habitual actions because it's their regular habit. Now let's go for next. To express a universal truth. Yes, universal truths are expressed in the form of simple present tense. The sun shines during the day. The earth moves round the sun. See here, the sun is singular subject. So we added s to the verb. And now let's go for third application. To express an action taking place at present. Like, we like the burger served here. Okay, here we use the plural subject, so the verb is in its usual form. Let's go to the fourth. to show a future event which is already arranged. The event is going to start in future, but which is already arranged and we got an information about it. So this is mentioned in the form mentioned using simple present tense. We completed the simple present tense. Now let's go to present continuous tense. What is present continuous tense? It indicates an action happening now and which may continue in future. The name itself representing it, continuous, which may continue in future. So the sentences in present continuous tense can be written as subject plus auxiliary verb plus main verb plus ing form plus object. What is auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verbs are nothing but the verbs which help the main verb to complete the sentence. I'm going to explain this using an example. I am listening to the radio. Here, I is the subject, whereas am is auxiliary verb. Listening is the main verb, and to the radio is the object. Here, listening is the main verb, but if we don't use the word am, I listening to the radio, which make the sentence incomplete and it is making no sense. So, we are using this auxiliary verb am. I am listening to the radio, which gives a correct sense to the sentence and which completes the sentence. So auxiliary verbs are is, are, was, were, and these verbs helps the main verb to complete the sentence. So these auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs. Now let's go to the table. We should use the auxiliary verb am for singular subject I, and we should use are for the plural subjects, and we should use is for the singular subjects like he, she, it, or something else. So let's take some examples. My son is listening to the radio. Here my son is singular subject, son, single person, so it's singular subject, so we used is as auxiliary verb. Whereas if we take the children, it is plural subject, so we used are. Present continuous tense is much easy, so you can understand very easily. Now let's go to the applications where is it used. It is used to indicate an action which is still going on. That is, the carpenter is making the furniture. It is used to express an action which is taking place nowadays but is not going on at the time of speaking. Yeah, I think you didn't got it right now. Let's take an example so that you can understand better. I am taking dance lessons these days. That means when I am saying to you, I'm not dancing now. I'm not dancing right now. But I'm saying I'm taking dance lessons these days. I'm regularly following this dance classes, but so I'm saying that I'm taking dance class these days, but I'm not doing right now. So in this case, we can use present continuous tense. I'm taking dance lessons these days to show an action which is planned to take place. That means we already know what's going to happen, so we can use present continuous tense. For example, the chief guest is visiting our school tomorrow. So we invited the chief guest, so we know what's going to happen tomorrow, who is going to come tomorrow. So we can say this as the chief guest is visiting our school tomorrow. And in these cases, present continuous tense is used. So we completed present continuous tense. Now let's go to present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense? It shows the action that has completed just now. So the sentences in present perfect tense can be written in the form of subject plus have or has plus V3 plus object. What is V3? Main verb which is in the form of past participle form is known as V3. And we should use have for I, you and all the plural subjects. Whereas we should use has for he or she or it or any singular subjects. So let's take examples. I have finished my work. So as I said, we should use have for I. And I have finished my work. This sentence shows that the action has just completed now. So this is called present perfect tense. Let's take another example. He has just come. He has. He is singular subject, so we used has. Somebody has just stolen my watch. Okay. So now let's go for further information. It is used to express an action that began in the past and is continuing in present. Means the action has already begun in the past but which is continuing till now. So for an example, I have lived in Bangalore for 5 years. I'm still living in Bangalore itself, but this sentence is saying that I have lived in Bangalore for 5 years. Already he lived in Bangalore, and that means this sentence is concluding that he has been living in Bangalore from 5 years, and this can be written in present perfect tense in this way to express an action that has just been completed. For example, we have just completed our work. To show past events whose time is not given, that is, we have done our work. It means it have already completed, it's finished, but the specific time is not mentioned in this sentence. So in these cases we can use present perfect tense. We have done our work. So we completed our present perfect tense. Now let's go to present perfect continuous tense. What is present perfect continuous tense? It shows that something started in the past and continuing at present time. Many students confuse between the present continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. Present continuous tense Present continuous tense says that something is started now and which may continue in the future. But present perfect continuous tense shows that something started in the past and continuing at the present. Okay, just remember the difference between the present continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. So the sentences in the present perfect continuous tense will be in the form of subject plus have or has plus been plus verb plus ing form plus object. So let's take the table. We should use have been for I, you, and all the plural subjects. Whereas we should use has been for the he or she or it or singular subjects. So now let's take an example. These sentences are formed by using the ing form of the verb with have been or has been. Okay, now let's take an example. He has been speaking for an hour. So he already started speaking in past itself. He started before an hour and it's continuing till now. So this resembles a present perfect continuous tense. He has been speaking for an hour. Let's take another example. She has been driving since 10 o'clock since morning. So we should know the difference between for and using since. Here if we use for, we should mention the time. It means we should mention the time in hours or days, like for a week, for an hour. But if we use since, we should give perfect information, that means since 10 o'clock. Let's go for more information. So it is, we use this present perfect continuous tense to emphasize the continuity of an action that began in the past and is still going on. I have been studying here for the last 2 years. See, here we used for. So we gave the information like 2 years. Let's make the same sentence by using since. I have been studying here since 2000. This is 19, so we should use 17. This is the distinction between for and since. Okay. They have been discussing the problem since January. See this? I think you have got an idea, complete idea about the distinction between for and since. So we completed present perfect continuous tense. Now let's go for practice. As you all know, practice makes a man perfect. So don't just stop the video, but please watch till the end. So first question, I dash a car often. So it is in simple present tense. And they give drive or drives. As you all know, for single subject, for I we should use the verb in its usual form. So I drive a car. Children dash taking exercise. This is in present continuous tense. So we should use is or are. It is plural subject. So we should use are. Children are taking exercise. She has dashed me the message. This is in present perfect tense. So we should use past participle form of the verb. So this is here it is given as send. So the V3 form of send is sent. She has sent me the message. India dash progress since independence. This is in present perfect continuous tense. So here it is given as make. So what will be the verb? India has been making progress since independence. Anu has dash a song. It is in which form? Yeah, it is in present perfect tense. So Anu has sung a song. She dash sweeping the floor. It is in present continuous tense. So we should use is here. She is sweeping the floor because she is singular subject. We dash to God daily. Here we is plural subject. So what we should use? Pray or praise? Yeah, pray. We pray to God daily because if it is plural subject, we should add s to the verb. So it's your turn now. Try forming sentences in simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. And comment me if you have any doubts. I'm active to clear your doubts. Don't just feel bashful to ask your doubt because questioning results in improving your knowledge. I'll try my best to clarify your doubts and just keep trying, and definitely you will succeed. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.